start class in child's pose. Take the knees wide, feet together. Reach your arms forward and allow your chest to descend towards the earth. If your forehead comes to the earth, that's ideal. If you can rest that forehead on the earth. Sink the hips back towards your heels as much as you can. So you've kind of got almost opposing lines of energy here when you're in child's pose. The sit bones are reaching back towards your heels, descending towards the earth. Your fingertips are reaching forward, almost drawing your scapula up the back. The forehead touches down towards the earth, and just softly allow your chest to sink towards the earth as well. And as you arrive in this position, just find the natural rhythm of your breath. And there are lots of modifications for child's pose. If it's more comfortable with your knees together, you can do that. Or if it's more comfortable with your arms back towards your heels, you can do that as well. So just taking some time to arrive here, to settle into your breath. The breath doesn't have to do anything special. Just let it flow through your body to start. And now just for a few moments, start to bring a little bit more intention into your breath. Inhale and exhale for even count. Now in this position, you may have more space to fill up through your chest than the abdomen, but try and bring breath into the belly and into the chest. And the abdomen is going to press on the thighs slightly as you inhale. So you're really focusing on expanding and finding some three-dimensionality to the torso here. So it's almost as if the breath is coming into the upper back, the mid back, and the low back as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, everything exhales and everything contracts back towards the center. So just take a few moments to find that breath cycle, inhaling and exhaling as deeply and evenly as you can. Take a moment to check in with your jaw and your shoulders. Just make sure you're not clenching or drawing anything up towards your ears here. Everything softens and falls away. Good. So keeping that same even breath cycle, you're just going to take your hands and walk them to the upper right-hand corner of your mat. See if you can place the left hand on top of your right hand. Left sit bone really descends towards the earth. Keep it heavy as you breathe into your left side body here. The right side body contracts slightly, left side body lengthens out, breathing into the body three-dimensionally. And maybe even thinking about that breath, moving more in between the ribs on the left-hand side of the body, in between those intercostal muscles, creating some space, some awareness there in the side body. Left sit bone heavy, shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, gently bring your arms back through center, child's pose. Forehead to the earth, allow your chest to descend. Pause, breathe in, and exhale, let it all go. Good, hands come to the upper left-hand corner of the mat. Right hand on top of the left, right sit bone descends towards the earth, chest descends, find your breath. Left side body contracts, right side body lengthens, breathe into the space between your right body ribs. Soften your jaw, soften your shoulders, just breathe. And gently bring it back through center. Find center child's pose here. Arms stretch forward, forehead to the earth. Breathe. Good. And on your next inhale, you're just going to bring yourself up to tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Crown of the head reaches forward, tailbone reaches to the back. Just really ground down into the earth here. Breathe. And we'll just take some cat-cow tilt here. So on the inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, cow pose. Shoulders draw away from ears, reach the heart through the arm bones. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin, press your hands into the earth, mid-back reaches up towards the sky. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts, find your cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Good. Again, inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. Take it nice and slow. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin. Gently come back to neutral spine. Find tabletop, right hand reaches forward. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you reach your left leg behind you as well. So the right hand comes up off the earth, fingertips reach forward, left leg reaches behind you. Toes point towards the earth. Engage the belly. Belly button draws in and up. Stay here, hold and breathe, or we can bring some movement into this with the breath. Exhale, elbow touches knee underneath the body, round the spine like cat pose. Inhale, reach the arm and the leg forward and back. Sink the belly a little bit like cow pose. Exhale, cat, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach a little bit of cow pose, reach the heart forward. Again, exhale, touch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, touch. Inhale, reach. Last one, exhale, touch. Inhale, reach, hold. Slowly bring the hand and the knee back down to the earth. Pause just for a moment. Make sure you're maintaining your nice even breath as you move. Left hand reaches forward. Right leg reaches behind you. Maybe this is where you stay. Belly button draws in and up. Or we can move with our breath. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale, elbow to knee. Curl the spine slightly. Inhale, lengthen. Heart reaches forward. And then bring the hand and the knee back down to the earth. You're going to tuck your toes here and just pick the knees up off the mat about an inch. So hovering tabletop. We're going to move to start here from hovering tabletop to downward facing dog. So from here, take the sit bones back towards the heels and then reach the sit bones up, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, hovering tabletop. Exhale, hips to heels, sit bones reach high, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, hovering table. Exhale, hips to heels, Sit bones high, down dog. One more time, hovering table, come forward, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit bones to heels, to the sky, downward facing dog. So take some time just to pedal your downward facing dog out a little bit here. Create some movement and some breath. You can sway your hips side to side. Truly, this is your time to really start to dig into your body and see what it is that you need here. And as you come into stillness, foundationally, all you have to do is really press into the full palm print, really press it into the earth. Soften your knees slightly and allow your sit bones to reach up towards the sky for a long spine. Head hangs heavy. Draw shoulders away from ears and breathe. So just settle in here for a few breaths. Good. Next exhale, look forward, step forward, top of your mat, forward fold. Feet come hip width apart, hands to opposite elbows, just fold it forward, ragdoll. Head is heavy. Create space between your teeth. Soft knees. So at the beginning here, let it be about your spine falling forward like a waterfall rather than stretching out the hamstrings to start. And again, if it feels good for you to bring movement in, you can sway side to side. You can clasp the hands at the base of the skull if you want some traction there. Or even clasping the hands behind your back and reaching them forward can bring a little bit of mobility into your shoulders if that's what you feel you need tonight. So wherever you find yourself, just settle in and breathe. Feel into the earth, your whole footprint. Big toe mound, pinky toe mound, heel of your foot. Good. Release hands to the earth. You can keep your feet hip width apart or heel toe them back together. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Extended Tadasana. Fingertips reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Really ground down through your feet. Lift up through the crown of your head and just pause here for a moment. Close your eyes. Shoulders are heavy. Belly button draws in and up. Take a moment to notice your surroundings, the external environment. And then slowly bring your awareness into your internal environment. So away from the wind blowing, the traffic, the noises, and into the internal environment. What's moving within you? What sounds are you hearing within your own mind, your own heart? Where can you settle within your body? And where can you create a little bit more fire? In the end, it's all about that balance of movement and stillness, coolness and heat, fire, water. Next, inhale, fingertips reach all the way up, extended Tadasana. Reach to the sky, press down through your feet. Exhale, hands come through heart center, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to earth, step back, high plank. Hold just for a moment. We're going to take a different variation on a sun salutation tonight, so follow with me the first couple rounds and then you'll get it. So exhale, knees to the earth, lower all the way down. Hands come beside the body. Inhale, just your chest lifts up. Squeeze your shoulders together. Exhale, release. Inhale, just your legs lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, legs and chest lift up. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Exhale, release. Hands underneath shoulders, press back, child's pose. So the hips come back to the heels, and then tuck the toes and bring your sit bones up. So it's not a full child's pose. It's just really coming into that kind of curled in shape and then extending out from child's pose. Breathe in your downward facing dog. Good. We'll do 2 more rounds just of the sun salutation, and then we'll add it in with the rest of the flow. Exhale, look forward, step forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend all the way up. Press to the feet, reach to the fingertips. Right away, exhale, hands come through heart center, fold all the way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back. Now you can go from your toes or your knees to lower all the way down to the earth. Arms extend beside you. Inhale, just the chest lifts up. Exhale, release. Inhale, just the legs lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest and legs lift up. Exhale, release. Hands underneath shoulders, hips back to the heels, almost like child's pose. Tuck the toes and then send the sit bones up. Downward facing dog. It's just a little bit of a different way to come into your down dog so that you keep that bend in the knee and really focus on lengthening the spine through the sit bones. So one more time, just like that together. Exhale, look forward, step forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend all the way up, reach. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold all the way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back, high plank. Lower from toes or knees all the way to the earth. Arms extend beside you. Inhale, chest lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, legs lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest and legs lift up. Full Shalabhasana, locust. Exhale, release. Hands underneath shoulders. Hips reach back towards the heels and then send them high, downward facing dog. Really good work. Pausing here, taking a couple breaths. Important to remember that your down dog might not be perfect the first moment you come into it. So feel free to adjust. Move your feet, move your hands, whatever you need to do. Now just take a moment to tune into your hands. Make sure you're pressing evenly through the instep of the hand, so the first finger and the thumb, as evenly as the pinky side of the hand. So there's a tendency to roll to the outside of the hand. See if you can traction and press more down on the inside of the hand and balance out that pressure. Shoulders draw away from ears. Yes, good. Sit bones reach a little bit higher, soft knees. Good, let's add on. Right leg lifts. Exhale, draw it through, knee touches down, left knee touches down. Inhale, come all the way up, low lunge. Hips sink forward and down. Oh, there's the sun, that feels good. So you're reaching up with the fingertips, up and over that beach ball. Now bring the elbows 90 degrees, squeeze the shoulder blades together, palms face out. So really getting this opening through the front side body, squeezing the shoulders together. Exhale, hands come down, frame your right foot, sink your hips back, right toes draw towards the nose, keep your spine long as you hinge forward, Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey. Good. Inhale, come forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, draw it through, low lunge. Right knee presses down into the earth. Fingertips reach up. Right hip sinks forward and down, reaching up. Elbows draw down and together, squeeze shoulder blades together, palms face out, breathe, lifting up through the heart. It's almost like the heart is a balloon reaching up towards the sun. Exhale, hands reach down, hips come back towards the heels, draw your toes towards your nose. Fold over, Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey. Try and keep the spine long here and hinge at the hip crease. Heart still buoyant, reaching forward. Inhale, come forward, plant the hands. This time, step back to plank. Exhale from toes or knees all the way down to the earth. Arms reach back towards the hips. Inhale, chest lifts up. Exhale, release. Inhale, legs lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest and legs lift up. Shalabhasana, locust. Exhale, release. Hands underneath shoulders, press back. Child's pose-ish. And then to downward facing dog. Breathe it in here. Good. Exhale, look forward, step forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend all the way up, reach. Right away, exhale, hands through heart center, fold all the way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we're just going to step back to downward facing dog. And pause here in your down dog. Breathe. Just let it all go. And inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, draw it through. Left knee presses down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Shift the hips back. Toes draw towards your nose. This is going to turn into a ladder flow, just so you know. So every time we're going to add one more piece on. I just decided that. So this time when you come forward, bring your hands slightly in front of the right foot. You're going to come up to an L stand. So however you get there is perfectly fine by me. But what you want to do here is keep the foot hip height, internally rotate the thigh, toes point down towards the earth, heart is reaching forward. So all about that buoyancy of the heart here. Chin tucked slightly, really charge down through your right foot and activate your right glute. One more breath in. Now you're going to bend into the right knee, touch the left toes down, and then just step back to downward facing dog. Brilliant. Good job, you guys. Awesome. Other side, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw it through. Right knee touches down. Arms come up, low lunge. Right hip sinks forward and down. Feel that good stretch, that opening of the front side body. Exhale, hands come to the earth. Sink the hip back towards the heel. Yes, the shirts are coming off. I love it. The sun is out. It's summer. Almost. We can pretend. Toes drop back towards the nose. And the breeze is keeping the flies away, so that's good too. Okay, so let's move into that transition to the L stand. So coming forward, hands come slightly in front of the left foot. Press into the left foot. Right leg lifts up, hip height. Toes down towards the earth. Internally rotate the thigh and reach the heart towards me. Now, it's not a looking at me. You don't want your chin lifted. Keep your chin tucked slightly to keep a long spine. But think about the heart reaching forward. Engage the left glute. Press through your left foot. One more breath in. Bend into your left knee slightly. Right toes touch down. Now, if you can, step back to plank. Doesn't have to be graceful. From toes or knees, lower all the way down. Arms extend by hips. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, release. Inhale, legs lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest and legs lift. Exhale, release. Hands underneath shoulders. Press hips back towards heels. Tuck your toes. Sit bones to the sky. Downward facing dog. Good. Exhale, look forward. Step forward. Top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend all the way up. Fingertips reach. Oh, that sun is nice. Exhale, hands through heart center. Fold all the way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth. Step back, downward facing dog. A little bit different rhythm to the sun salutation, but that's okay. Nice to change it up once in a while and keep the brain thinking. Okay, inhale, right leg lifts. Here we go. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge to start. Fingertips reach up. So now we shorten the amount of time that we're in each posture. Fingertips down. Hips sink back towards heel. Right toes towards the nose. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, come forward. Find that L stand. Okay, now very simply here, you're going to bend the right knee and bring the left knee in towards your nose. Make yourself as little as you can. Inhale, press back up. Now stay here in L stand again, or you can bring the hands to prayer at the heart in Warrior 3. So L stand or Warrior 3 with hands to the heart. If your hands are at your heart center, bring them to the earth. Bend into the right knee. Everybody touch down with left toe. Step back, downward facing dog. Excellent. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw it through. Low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Right knee touches down. Exhale, hands to earth. Shift the hips back towards the heel. Draw toes towards nose. Inhale, come forward. Find your L stand. I guess I threw 2 new moves on you with this part of the ladder. Okay, now bend into the left knee. Tuck the right knee into the nose. Make yourself tiny, tiny, tiny. Inhale, press into the left foot back up to the L stand. Stay here, or bring your hands to heart center in prayer, Warrior 3. Core is engaged. Make sure you're breathing. That's the most important part. It's harder to balance outside in the wind and on the grass than it is on a nice hardwood floor. That's okay. Embrace the wobbles. Okay, last breath in if you're in Warrior 3. Hands touch down. Everybody bend into the left knee. Right toes touch down. Step back to plank. From toes or knees, lower all the way down. Hands by your hips. Inhale, heart reaches up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, legs lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, chest and legs lift up. Shalabhasana, locust, heart reaches forward. Exhale, lower, hands underneath the shoulders. Press back, hips to heels, almost like child. And then right away up to downward facing dog. Nice. Find your breath. Exhale, look forward, step forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend all the way up, reach. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold all the way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth, just step back to downward facing dog. Last part of the puzzle on this one. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, draw it forward, low lunge to start, fingertips reach up. Don't think about it, just breathe through the postures. Exhale, hands to earth, hips sink back on the heel, toes reach towards the nose. Inhale, come forward, find the L stand, on the right leg, left leg reaches up. Exhale, bend into the right knee, tuck the left knee in, make yourself as tiny as you can. Inhale, come back up. Either stay in the L stand or come to warrior three, hands to prayer. Now we're going to do a little bit of a transition here. So really charge into the right foot, engage your right glute, and whether you're in L stand or warrior three, you're going to stand up and draw your left knee up in front of you. So now you're standing up straight. You're going to bring the left ankle to the right thigh. Now you can stay standing up like this if you like, or you can start to sink the hips down like you're coming into Utkatasana chair, and find a little bit of a stretch to the outer left glute. So breathe here. This is the top of the ladder. If you have arm balance in your practice and you want to bring the hands down and hook the leg and lift up, you can do that. If you're playing with it, you can try it here as well. Woo! Okay, now we're going to reverse. So press into the right foot, lift the left knee up. Send the left leg back, either in warrior three. Maybe if you didn't try warrior three yet, maybe this is where you try it. Just for a moment, then the hands come down. Bend into your right knee, left toes touch down, step back to downward facing dog. Awesome. Take a couple deep breaths in and out here, guys. This is awesome. Breathe it out. Okay, other side, left leg lift. Exhale, draw it through. Low lunge, reach the hands up. Exhale, hands to earth, hips sink back towards heel, toes draw towards the nose. Shift forward, hands come slightly forward, come up into your L stand, pressing down through the left foot. Bend the left knee, tuck the right knee in, make yourself super, super, super tiny, and then come all the way back up. Stay in L stand or hands to prayer at the heart for warrior three just for a moment. Everybody charge into the left foot, bring the right knee through and up. Right ankle comes to the left thigh. Maybe you just stay here standing or sink it down, finding that pull on the outside of the right hip. And if you're not coming down into a squat here, don't worry about it. You will get an opportunity to stretch out the outside of the hip a little bit later in practice. But if you're here, wherever you are, breathe, focus on the balance. The wobble is okay, embrace it. Find an arm balance if you want. Good, now press into the left foot, bring the right knee up. We're going to start to move down the ladder. So send the right leg back in space. Maybe you try that warrior three just for a second, hands to heart here. And then everybody hands to the earth, bend into the left knee, right toes touch down, step back to plank. Let's hold the plank here just for a moment. From toes or knees, belly button draws in and up, broaden through the shoulder blades, press down into the earth, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From toes or knees, lower all the way down. Really good work. Hands come beside the body. Inhale, chest lifts up. Exhale, release. Inhale, legs lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, full Shalabhasana, chest and legs lift up. Exhale, release, hands underneath shoulders. This time press back to child's pose and stay. Knees together or knees wide. Arms reach forward or beside you, whatever feels best. Forehead to the earth and breathe. Take some time. Feel that energy settle. Notice the rhythm of your breath now. And see if you can bring awareness to it and bring it back to that balanced rhythm that you started your practice with. Inhale and exhale evenly. So that three-dimensional breath that came into your chest, your belly, and wrapped around your upper back and your lower back. And in that intention of breathing, the rest of the body just surrenders to the earth here. Arm bones become heavy, the hips are heavy, chest is heavy towards the earth. Close your eyes if they aren't already closed and just find connection, whatever that connection is here for you. Check in with your jaw. And check in with your shoulders. And bring your awareness back into that internal environment. Good. And when you're ready, very slowly, you're going to make your way back to downward facing dog. Sit bones all the way to the sky. Hands pressing firmly into the earth, breathing into it. So from here, you're just going to take your feet about mat width apart. Bend the knees. You're just going to walk your hands back towards your feet. So from here, we're going to come into Ardha Malasana, which is half squat. So you want the hips and knees in alignment with each other, okay? So like you're sitting in a chair, but then you're folded forward. Your hands can be on the earth. They can be out to the sides, or they can be in front of you. We're just going to build a little bit of fire here. So hips even with knees, arms forward, beside, or down, whatever works best for you. You can stay static, or if you want to make some small pulses, you can lift up and down. I don't know, maybe an inch. Make sure you're breathing. Woohoo! For 5. Reach the heart forward. Spine is long. 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs. Fold all the way forward. Take a sway side to side. Good. Now keep the feet mat width apart. Just dial your toes out, and we're going to come down into full malasana. So the toes are out, feet are a little wider than hip width. Sink the hips down towards the earth. Hands to prayer, and you're just going to use the elbows to open the knees. Keep the heart lifted. Again, that buoyancy in your heart, almost like there's a balloon floating it up to the sky. And you can stay static, or if it feels better for you to kind of rock side to side to kind of work into the inner hip joint here, you can do that. Just breathe. Good. Hands come to the earth. Send the sit bones back to the sky. Take a nice forward fold here. You may want to take the feet wider. If you want to come on your mat and turn widthwise like I am, this might be easier instead of if you don't want your feet in the grass. If you do, that's fine. So coming in, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana, feet are wide. Forward folding here, so just continually taking the feet a little bit wider here. Finding that forward fold. Head is heavy. So with your feet, see if you can bring balance between the balls of your feet and your heels. Soften your knees a little bit. And allow the upper body to hang heavy, especially the head. Pay particular attention to releasing through your neck. If tripod headstand or Shirshasana full headstand is in your practice, you can take that here from this position. Make your way up if you want to. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach the heart forward. Now you're going to dial your toes out again. And we're going to come up into goddess pose. So it's similar to that Ardha Malasana we did, but this time we're in goddess. So the knees are over the ankle, hips sink down. Bring the hands to the thighs. And you're going to press the hands down the thighs. Shoulders draw back, lift the chest up. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, you're going to drop the right shoulder to the inside, look over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder in, look over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. One more time each side. Exhale, right shoulder drops, look left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left shoulder drops, look to the right. Inhale, back to center, hands to heart. Maybe a little side to side action. Are you feeling the fire today? We're going to balance it out with some coolness. Don't worry, just breathe into it. Okay, straighten the legs, hop the feet together, come to the top of your mat. One more sun salutation. Inhale, fingertips reach all the way up. Make it count. Take a little back bend if you want. Exhale, hands through heart center. Fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to earth. Step back, high plank to low plank, or well, all the way down actually from toes or knees. Hands beside the hips. Inhale, chest lifts up. Exhale, release. Inhale, legs lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, Shalambhasana, locust, chest and legs lift up. Exhale, release. Hands underneath the shoulders. You're just going to press yourself up to hands and knees. So from tabletop, we're going to move into pigeon pose. If you prefer to come into pigeon from down dog, you can do that as well. But basically, to come into pigeon, you're just going to bring the right shin forward. So think about it as having the sole of your right foot near your left hip flexor, and your right knee is outside of the body. So rather than having it tucked in, pointing straight at the top of the mat, try and have it outside the right hip a little bit. Okay, so just start in this upright position. Lift the heart up, maybe a little back bend, shoulders drop away from the ears, buoyancy in the heart. Now you can stay here if this feels good for you, or you can fold forward to the forearms or stack the hands and come all the way down, forehead to the hands. Really breathe into this position. And see if in those places where you're holding on in the hip, see if you can use the breath to start letting go of some of that tension that's in those spaces. Right? Sitting a lot will bring tension. Things that have been really emotional and traumatic will bring tension into the hips. Even when it gets sunny like this and we start running and biking and hiking more, you're using some of these finer muscles that maybe you didn't use in the winter. So that's going to bring a little bit of extra tension up the chain of the body. So really use your breath here. Focus it into the hip. And try and create a little bit of space and ease there. Just let it be okay for that space to open. It might not feel good. Actually, it probably won't feel good to sink into that space. But see if you can just give your body a little bit of permission to release. Good. Take one more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. On the inhale, slowly bring your upper body back up. Nice and slowly, piece by piece, upper body comes up. And then you can make your way back to that tabletop position or downward facing dog, whichever you prefer. Take a moment just to pause and let that side settle in. Shift, shimmy, shake, whatever you need to do. And then when you're ready, we'll come into the left side. So left shin comes forward. Sole of your left foot is near your right hip flexor. Left knee is outside the body. Inhale, lift the heart up to start. Drop shoulders away from ears. Big breaths in. Stay here if you like, or fold forward to forearms, stack your hands, whatever feels right for your body, and find your breath. Again, thinking about that point of release and letting go in the hip, really using your breath to facilitate that. Big breath in. Stay for your exhale. Slowly bring your upper body up. Heart reaches forward, step by step. And then you can come back to tabletop or down dog. Shimmy, shake, whatever you need to do. And then from wherever you are, you're just going to find your way to a seated position. And make your way all the way down onto your back. Knees draw into your chest. Just squeeze into this nice little ball. Maybe rock side to side a little bit here. Let everything go. Good. Soles of your feet come to the mat. Take your feet mat width apart and allow your knees to drop right. So ground through your shoulder blades. Arms to a T if that's comfortable for you, or anywhere between shoulder height and your hips. Knees drop right and allow your gaze to go left. It's a nice wide supine twist right here. Next, inhale, draw your knees back through center and find your supine twist to the left. So knees drop left this time, gaze to the right. Still grounding down through the shoulder blades, finding this subtle twist, this opening, grounding in your body. Close your eyes, feel the sun on your face. And I don't know if anybody but me has noticed how the birds this year, is there more of them? Am I just home too much that I hear the birds? I don't know. But there's a lot of birds and it's beautiful. So just take a moment to listen to the birds once the vehicles pass. Just focusing on your breath here. Inhale and exhale. Body is soft. Good. And very slowly come back through center. Squeeze the knees into your chest just one more time. Find that tight little ball. And your choice here, you can place the hands under the low back and extend your feet up for waterfall, or if you want to just come down into Shavasana and enjoy the stillness and the sun, you can do that as well. So waterfall, hands underneath the hips, feet up if you like. Stay here for as long as you want. Otherwise, at some point, we will all meet in Shavasana, legs wide, arms beside you, and just allow your body to settle and become heavy here. Just really let your bones be heavy here. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Just finding that point of softness to balance out the strength of your practice. And very gently begin to bring awareness back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And take a deep breath in and let it go completely. And gently roll onto your right side. Cradle your head in your arm. Draw your knees up towards you. Pause. And gently press yourself up to a seated position. Eyes closed, hands to heart center. And there's a beautiful Sanskrit chant that says, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And at the essence of this mantra or this chant, it means let all beings be happy and free. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. And it's my wish for you this evening as you move off your mat that you move into a space of happiness and freedom. We know with everything that's going on in the world that this is not possible for everyone. So as you move into those spaces, find deep, deep gratitude. Love those around you, provide happiness and freedom, just small opportunities for everyone you touch as you move forward. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Thumbs to the center between the eyes, center of intuition. The light in me honors the light in you. Together we bow and say, Namaste.